We've all been there, right? Tossing and turning, your mind just won't shut off. A lot of us turn to sleep stories, but have you ever really stopped to think about why they actually work? I mean, it's got to be more than just a calm voice. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you the hidden architecture of a sleep story, the precise, step-by-step techniques it uses to guide our brains toward rest.
You hear this, and it sounds like just a simple, friendly greeting. But if you look a little closer, this is actually the first, very deliberate step in a much bigger process. Think of it like a mental handshake. It's signaling to your brain, hey, it's safe now. You can let go of the day. We're starting the transition to sleep.
And that right there, that's the central question we're digging into. We are going to uncover the whole psychological and narrative playbook here. The framework that so skillfully guides a listener from that buzzing, wide-awake energy all the way down into a state of deep, restorative rest. So, here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to trace the story's entire journey, from its surprisingly practical beginning, through the narrative, and right down to its powerful subconscious messages. We're breaking down every single step. Okay, first up, setting the stage. And what's so interesting here is that the journey doesn't actually start with relaxation. Nope, it begins with something way more practical.
I mean, think about this for a second. Before a single calming word about breathing is even spoken, the narrator is already managing your potential stress. They're telling you to disable autoplay, set a sleep timer. They're getting rid of all those little tech worries that could jolt you awake later. It's all about creating a safe, controlled, and predictable space right from the get-go.
All right, so now that the practical stuff is handled and those potential interruptions are gone, the real process of guided meditation can begin. And this is all about shifting your focus from the outside world to your inside world. Just listen to that wording. It's so subtle. The narrator isn't telling you to become warm and comfortable. They're just asking you to notice that you already are. See the difference? It's not a command. It's a gentle invitation. An invitation to turn your attention away from all that mental chatter and toward your physical body. And this whole relaxation part follows a classic, really powerful three-step sequence. First, you focus on the breath. Easy enough. Then, you bring awareness to your body. And finally, you get a simple visualization. Each step just layers on top of the last one, systematically grounding you in the present moment and gently disarming that part of your brain that just loves to overthink everything.
Okay, so the body is calmed. Now what? Well, this is where the strategy makes a big shift. The story itself finally begins, and its main job is to give your conscious mind something to do, something gentle and pleasant to focus on.
So we meet these four characters who seem pretty different on the surface. We've got a baker, a security guard, a taxi driver, and an air stewardess. But as you're about to see, their individual stories are very intentionally woven together with these common threads that just reinforce a feeling of calm and connection.
And notice this common thread here. The baker, the guard, the driver, the stewardess, they're all so different, but they all share this deep sense of purpose and this quiet gratitude. They each feel like they have this unique ownership of their own little world while the rest of the city sleeps. And believe me, that parallel feeling is not a coincidence. It is a core part of the design.
And the story doesn't just imply this theme of connection. It comes right out and says it. This line comes from Mari-Louise, the security guard, as she's admiring the Mona Lisa alone. We get this explicit, unifying message. It's a simple, beautiful thought, and it's designed to be deeply, deeply comforting.
So these stories are basically a gentle and very deliberate diversion. You give your brain this low-stakes, positive story to follow, which is just enough to keep it from getting stuck in those endless loops about your to-do list or work or whatever else might be keeping you up. Now, as the characters in the story all start to drift off to sleep, one by one, the narrative makes its final and most direct turn. It shifts from telling a story to giving direct suggestions. Did you catch that? That's a huge shift. The narrator's voice is now speaking directly to you. By using I statements, the story isn't about those characters in Paris anymore. Nope, it's now about your experience right now. And this isn't a one-off. This repetition of positive affirmations is specifically designed to embed these messages right into your mind, especially as you're drifting in that really suggestible space between being awake and being asleep. And notice the language. It's always simple, it's always positive, and it's always in the present tense. It's not my body will be relaxed, it's my body is relaxed. It's stating the goal as if it's already a reality.
There's actually a name for this very powerful psychological technique. It's called subconscious priming. And the whole goal here is to plant one final, positive seed of calm just as your conscious mind is checking out and sleep is about to take over. So when we zoom all the way out and look at all these pieces together, you can see this really clear structure emerges. What we've been watching is a carefully constructed funnel, one that's designed to systematically guide you from one state of mind to another. You see how each stage builds so methodically on the last one? It starts by managing your external world. Then it moves to your internal physical state. From there, it occupies your conscious mind. And finally, it speaks directly to your subconscious. It's a complete, systematic journey from active external awareness to deep internal rest.
And what's really fascinating here is that these aren't just tricks for falling asleep. They are powerful principles for managing our attention and our emotional state, really at any time of day. And that leaves us with one final thought to ponder. If we can so intentionally guide our minds to a place of calm at night, how could we use these same tools, focus, narrative, and suggestion, to bring a little more peace into our busy, waking lives?